NordVPN is a very popular VPN service provider. It has a lot of features, a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of options to set. It might even seem overwhelming for a beginner at first glance. So the question probably is whether is this a great VPN for your privacy needs, or whether you should considering an alternative VPN that is easier to use and a little cheaper. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the reasons why I think you should probably stick with NordVPN in order to get the most in terms of privacy, speed, and just ease of use. Alright, so right off the bat, what you're going to find amazing with NordVPN is the user interface. So I find that it has a great user interface, which is also consistent across all the apps. What's more is that you have this dark mode right here that you can turn on like I've already done. So if you're going to spend a lot of your time on the computer, you're really going to appreciate the dark mode because it's a little easier on the eyes compared to the light mode. You're also going to find that these features that you're going to get on the desktop app are also available on the mobile apps, which means that you're going to get a consistent user experience across the different apps. What's more is that you're going to get some great connection speeds with the NordVPN. So currently they have 5,600 servers that are spread out in 60 different countries. So the main drawback with that is that the majority of their servers are concentrated in North America and in Europe. As you can see, there are a handful of servers in South America. There are no servers in Africa except for South Africa. There are no servers in Europe, in India. There are no servers in China or even Russia. So NordVPN should do a better job in terms of trying to spread across their servers. Remember, the closer you are to the server, the better the download speeds you're going to experience. So I'm already connected to a server in the United States. So what we're going to do actually is to confirm whether we have a real United States IP address, and then go ahead and check for the download speeds to see what kind of speeds we should expect with NordVPN servers. Right, so as you can see right here, the page is reloaded. We have a new IP address. The country is United States of America and the city is New York. So what we're going to do is to check the download speeds that we're going to get. So currently my internet speeds are kept at 20 Mbps. So usually when I'm conducting a speed test, I'm looking for a VPN that can keep at least 80% of my original connection speeds. Remember, there's always a lot of factors that go into connection speeds. So remember, for 20 Mbps, we're looking for at least 16 Mbps in order to be able to establish whether NordVPN is really a great VPN service provider in terms of speed. As you can see right here, we have 16.55, which is already way above 80%. So according to that, we'd say that NordVPN is doing a great job. What's more is that now, if you wanted to use this to unblock content on popular streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, we're pretty much able to do so. Remember, these platforms usually restrict your content based on a geographical location. So if you wanted to access the Netflix content library that is designed for the United States, we're able to do so because now we have a US IP address, which makes it look like we're actually based in the United States. This is one of the great advantages of using a VPN because if you want to maximize on your Netflix subscription, you should be able to tap into some of the greatest content libraries. Remember, different countries have access to different titles and different content on their platforms. What you're also going to love about NordVPN is the presence of a kill switch. So as you can see right here, there's a kill switch that you can turn on. So how this works is that once you turn it on, it will ensure that anytime your VPN app disconnects from the server, internet access is halted for your entire device until the connection is reestablished. This ensures that if there were any app that might try to access the internet during that time, thereby risking exposing your real IP address, they don't get to do so. What's more is that you also get a split tunneling feature right here where you're able to specify certain apps that can be exempted from your VPN tunnel. I find this particularly important, for example, if you're going to use your VPN to access a sensitive platform like your online banking platform. Remember, these platforms are usually very security sensitive. So if you keep changing your IP address, you're probably going to be blocked or they're going to ask for additional verification. So one of the reasons why I think a kill switch is extremely important is if you're doing any kind of P2P file sharing. So remember, all the torrenting servers that you do connect to will always keep logs of your IP address. So if you want to ensure you remain anonymous on these servers in order to guarantee your security, you have to ensure that your real IP address is masked. So first of all, you need to connect to a VPN server and then ensure that your kill switch is turned on to guarantee your anonymity. on these servers. What's more is that NordVPN also gives you some special P2P torrenting servers. So if you wanted to do a lot of P2P file sharing, instead of using the shared servers down there, even though they still work, remember you always have the option of connecting to P2P torrenting servers that are really dedicated to torrenting traffic. Alright, so what you're also going to love about NordVPN is the presence of an ad blocker. So in order to turn on your ad blocker, just click on threat protection, turn it on down here where you can click on threat protection light, or go to the individual features and just turn on each one individually, where you can turn on the ad blocker, malware blocker, web tracker, or even a URL trimmer. So how this works is that once you turn them on and try to access a website where there's a lot of advertising, for example, there's an article I was reading on Forbes whereby if you read an article on Forbes before, you know Forbes is very aggressive with advertising. Most of the time, almost more than half of the screen is occupied by advertising. So that could range from banner ads, display ads, or even video ads that always pop left, right, and center on the screen. But as you can see right here, I'm able to read these articles without being bothered or being harassed by ads left and center. So while advertising is a great monetization method, most of these websites are extremely aggressive with advertising, and you might not just want to be tracked around by this script that these platforms install on your browser that they then use to create a profile about you and follow you around on the internet. Another reason you might not want ads is that if you're trying to access the internet from a limited internet connection bandwidth, most of these advertisements are going to continuously be downloading videos and audios and images, which can quickly exhaust your bandwidth and lead to a poor user experience. What's more is that you're also going to get some obfuscated servers right here. So if you wanted to access the internet in a more restricted country, for example, like China or Iran or even Russia, you're able to connect to or tap into these obfuscated servers. So these servers are going to encrypt your traffic in such a way that it looks like normal traffic so that they're not flagged by these countries' firewalls. For example, the Great Firewall of China is very good at detecting VPN traffic, so you have to connect to obfuscated servers in order to ensure you're able to use your NordVPN app in China. What's more is that you also get a dedicated IP address here. So the difference between a dedicated IP address and standard IP addresses right here, or standard servers, is that these ones are going to be shared by a number of people. So you could find one IP address that has been used by multiple people over time and it has been abused, so that it's been blacklisted in a lot of platforms. So you might be blocked if you try to access certain platforms with these shared IP addresses. But with a dedicated IP address, since it's only used by you, you're going to be able to evade this bad neighbor effect by having an IP address that's only used by you, ensuring that you're able to use it to access any sensitive platform, or even to whitelist it on your work network so that you're able to access your work network remotely, or even use it to access your home security camera feed. What's more is that you also get to use NordVPN on a number of platforms. So currently NordVPN supports up to 6 different connected devices. So this is not really outstanding because other VPN service providers are going to offer you more connected devices like 10, 7, or even unlimited options when you're using a provider like Surfshark, but 6 devices is more of the standard, so that's neither a pro nor a con. What's more is that you're going to find an app on almost all the platforms where you need to install NordVPN. So as you can see right here, there are apps for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, and there are also ways to configure your router so that you're able to connect even more devices with just one single connection. So that is something you're going to find amazing with NordVPN, considering other VPN service providers don't offer a lot of options whenever you're trying to configure your VPN to work with other platforms. Alright, so those are just some of the features that you're going to find amazing in NordVPN. You're also going to find that it's really, really affordable. So currently, NordVPN is running an offer where you can get 57% off on their 2-year plan, where you're just going to pay $83 for the 2 years and lock this plan, lock this VPN, so you're able to enjoy all their security features. So if you want to claim this discount, the link is right on the screen. Just head over to security.com/NordVPN and claim your discount today. I've also included the link to the discount page in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Remember, NordVPN has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not impressed by your purchase for whatever reason, within those first 30 days, be sure to hit up customer support and ask for your money back. So this is a VPN I've used myself for a couple of years now. As you can see, I've just extended my subscription for 2 more years because I was really impressed by their download speeds, their ability to block Netflix, and their ability to provide secure internet access. Alright guys, so that's it with this review on NordVPN. So if you're still spoiled for choice, I think if you just want a simple VPN that gets the job done in terms of getting you anonymous or secure internet access and blocking Netflix at reasonable speeds, then you should definitely consider Surfshark VPN because it's a little cheaper. But if you're looking for stability, a VPN that will offer you stable speeds with more advanced security features like dark web monitoring, like a dedicated IP address, but you don't want to pay the premium prices that come with ExpressVPN, then your best bet is with NordVPN. Alright guys, so if you've used NordVPN before, please share your experience below in the comments below. I'd love to know how this VPN worked for you. Remember, for some people it works, for some people it's always just a source of frustration. So I'd love to know what your experience has been. Alright guys, that's it with this video on whether NordVPN is worth it in 2023. So till next time, keep it security.com.